Step into the ring, it's time to rock the night. Sergeant Slaughter's here, ready for the fight. $1 million man with his gold and his flair. We've been through it all, we've gone everywhere. Wrestle Rock, where legends collide, with no son of Ben and Johnny by our side. Tomahawk chops, Samoan drops. We're the podcast that never stops.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Wrestle Rock Podcast Season 7. I'm your host, Nostrada Ben, and I'm gonna host this episode with my partner, Johnny D.
Hey, as you going, my friend? Yes.
I'm very good, and you?
Yes, I'm super great. And you know what? Tonight we have a special guest.
A gorgeous lady.
Yes, but also she is one of the greatest in my opinion. Honestly, she was on the best women wrestler of all time, and I discovered her during her period at Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, yeah,
Yes. She is a cosplayer, former women wrestler, of course. She was a playmate, of course. I'm talking about
Don't forget.
April Hunter. As
April
you
Hunter.
going today, my friend?
Hello. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yes, we going super great. As
Awesome.
we said in private, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. We know that you are very busy with Comic-Con, your Airbnb, your training, your photo shoot.
Our podcast?
Yes, our podcast, of course. The A Talk, if my memory is good, right?
Close. The A show.
Yes,
Yep.
the A
Oh,
Show.
nice.
Yes.
You have a
So
good memory.
if you want to listen a really good podcast, so on your search bar, everyone, go just tap the A Show, and April was there since many months, and if I remember, the upcoming episode will be with a specialist, a doctor, right?
We do a lot of different guests, so we
Yeah.
tend to do a lot of eclectic and interesting people. So we've had doctors on, we've had dream interpreters, we've had
Awesome.
wrestlers on, we've had a
Probably.
little bit of everything. Yes.
Super cool. So go ahead with the first question, my friend.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Hunter, how was young April at school, and what hobbies did as a child?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Okay. And forgive me, I was at a Ren Fair this weekend, and I feel like I've Ren Fair hair. I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, that looks really messed up because I had it all braided. So I'm like, you don't realize how crunchy it is. So you look. As a kid, I was creative.
Nice.
I was only good in my classes if they interested me.
Oh, interesting.
So I would go back and forth from being on the honor roll to barely passing, depending on what the subject was.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school at a time where we were lucky because we had smaller classes. So,
Okay.
we weren't in the era of No Child Left Behind. I don't know if you're familiar with American public schools, but they suck. We're not the best at a lot of things here, despite what we like to think. We have some room for improvements. But I was very active. I played outside a lot. I was in that era, that Gen X era where we were outside all the time. We were left to raise ourselves, and I read a lot of books and that type of thing.
All right. We discovered that before you become a professional wrestler, you did a small appearance during the WCW period. And how did you get started in wrestling but mostly in a WCW.
Oh gosh, that's a long one. So when I was a kid, I was in martial arts. So I started when I was, I think,
Okay.
10.
What kind of martial art you're practicing?
Well, I started with Taekwondo and Judo.
Oh,
So my dad
wow.
was an amateur wrestler, and
Okay.
he was in judo. We practiced judo, and
Nice.
I think his whole goal was to try and make me unassaultable. So that was the gist behind it. So I was always athletic, and I was competing and doing a lot of fitness stuff. I was sponsored by Medrix and nationally, and also Extreme Nutrition in the UK.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I had just done Playboy, and they had a special issue
Mhm.
called Hard Bodies, where they featured all the fitness girls. And I was in the same issue as Kimberly Page. And
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense with the
Mhm.
step and
The
the
Nitro
work
Girls.
in progress.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So WCW saw that and recruited me.
Oh, wow. And about the WCW period, and you're talking about Kimberly Page, can you ask the question, the following question
Okay,
here?
yeah.
That
Were
yeah.
you ever asked to join the Nitro Girls in the early 2000s?
No, not the Nitro Girls. We were part of the NWO Girls. So
Okay.
Yeah.
the Nitro Girls were pretty established by the time I got there. So I was
Okay.
hired
Okay.
in '99.
Okay. And can you tell us about your experience being a valet or a manager for the NWO during the period of 2000s?
Ooh. So, as you all know, that period was
That was insane.
it was, can I say, a shit show? It was a shit. it was crazy. It was very
That was
unorganized. It
Mhm.
was all over the place. So there would be up on the wall they would have the pre-tapes and everything,
Yeah.
and you would go to get ready, and then they would scratch everything out and move people, and it was disorganized to the nth degree on its best days. Um, but that kind of thinking on your feet and mayhem teaches you a lot. So
Yeah.
the guys were great. I worked with that whole entire crew. When I got there, it was Bret Hart still, and
Okay.
they were all still there. And then shortly after that, Bret Hart left, and then we were replaced
Mhm.
with Scott Steiner primarily.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of you and Scott during a Nitro, if my memory is good, and that was back in the days, and so that's a good period during this era, this
Mhm.
wonderful era. And during your period, we know that you have been trained by Killer Kowalski, that we will talk during our interview,
Mhm.
but. Did you also train at the WCW power plant when you were approached by them in 2000?
I did not. They asked me to
Oh,
go.
okay.
I did not end up going. I
Okay.
told them I would, but I ended up leaving before that happened. Um, I was still working in fitness, and I was
Mm-hmm.
offered the Iron Man Fitness. They were doing a centerfold layout, so
Mm-hmm.
I was offered that, and I ended up leaving because WCW wasn't using me at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I just figured, if they're not using me, I want to do things. I didn't realize the opportunity I'd been given. I didn't realize that you kind of sit
Yeah.
around and eventually.
Mm-hmm. And your
Uh,
rest period was after that, so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I ended up going. One of the Terry Taylor called Jim Ross and sent
Okay.
me over to WWE.
The
Okay.
Red
Interesting.
Rooster.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So he called Jim and he said, "Hey, I have a girl here. You
Mm-hmm.
guys should see her. She's not happy here. Maybe you guys can use her." So, because I wasn't doing anything, I was sitting backstage. So I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to do more. So
Go ahead.
All right. Did you earlier magazine appearances like Busty Mag, Leg Action, Gent and Score magazine help you get the Little Rabbit appearance in 1999? I'm in Playboy, of course.
No, I don't think they helped at all.
No,
So,
okay.
matter of fact, they might have hindered. I ended
Okay.
up doing. I was a feature. I was a burlesque dancer,
Okay.
and I was a feature nationally. And I used those magazines and to stay on the cover and centerfold,
Mhm.
so I could keep fresh. At the time,
Yeah, yeah,
being on the cover of and newsstands was important. But after that died out,
yeah. Okay.
is when I was on Playboy and Maxim and Penthouse. After they forgot about all that stuff.
Earlier, we were talking about Mr. Vladek Killer Kowalski. How did you meet Vladek and start your training?
That was actually WWE.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
okay.
he was extremely hard to get a hold of at the time.
Okay.
You had
Yeah,
to there
that
was
was
there
a
was no
tech
phone
roster.
number, no
Okay.
website, no anything. I ended up doing his website and setting up all his information for him. I was like, dude, it's really hard to find your school. So I just took over his media stuff later on. But yeah, that was Jim Ross
Okay.
sent me to Killer Kowalski's. So they referred me over there. So I packed up. I was living in Las Vegas on the West Coast.
Okay.
Packed up and moved out to Boston.
Can I go with the ninth question just before you? If you
Oh,
okay.
no problem.
Uh, I I want to talk about Glory by Honor 2 in 2003, and why? Because me and my different friends, we took the decision to take a ride to Philadelphia, and
Oh, okay.
we are from Quebec City. It's 13 hours by car.
Maybe
That's
Yes, and
impressive.
we
That
we
is
did
impressive.
we did that a round trip, so that was a long ride, and I remember that was a fantastic show, probably one of the best show I watched in my entire life. And I remember one thing I show you in a live event with Slick Wagner Brown, and that was so fantastic. And what was your experience during this fantastic event at Ring of Honor, Glory by Honor 2, of course, at Recreative Center, Murphy Recreative Center? It was the last show, and that was a stack roster during this period. There was Terry Funk, CM Punk, guys from the ECW, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Chris Daniels.
Chris Daniels, yeah.
Yes, Chris, that was just amazing. So, what was your experience during this awesome show?
Was that when I was doing the program for the tag titles and then we wrestled the Outcast Killers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You were against the Outcast Killer.
Yeah, at that point, everybody was it was Ring of Honor, 3PW, and Jersey All Pro
Mhm.
were having SWB and I wrestle the guys for the tag team belts everywhere in that whole area, Jersey, Philadelphia, New York, kind of thing. And I was the only female doing that.
Yeah.
And I still think I was the first female to hold all the tag team titles. I didn't, not in the Ring of Honor, but the other federations. Dubious distinction, but hey.
No problem.
That I actually, that show was fun. That was I remember I loved working with those guys. They're just true professionals. Everybody on the show I loved. AJ and Christopher Daniels, all those guys. So they were so good. Loki. They were all great talents.
That's a really good period for Ring of Honor.
It
And did you realize that you are one that you open the intergender match? The intergender match start with you, because before that nobody tried this kind of stuff, and then you open the door,
Um,
Congratulations first.
thank you. Yeah, I do. I know. Well, okay. So it came about because of my size, I guess, because I'm taller and bigger, and I was, always more muscular.
You're stronger. Yeah.
So they did, and also at the time, there really weren't that many females wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I was kind of like a sideshow circus kind of thing. like I was the only girl training at my school until Nikki Rocks came along, and then Sumie Sakai. So and
Okay.
then it was the three of us. But for the longest time, it was just me. So I was just used to working with the guys in the same style as the
Mhm.
guys. I just, I the guys tended to be how do I put this? More well trained.
Mhm.
Um, they took it seriously for the most part,
Yeah.
and I think the majority of the injuries I've ever gotten have been from the girls because
Oh.
when
Mhm.
I started, when you did get a girls match, a lot of times the promoters did not want to pay. In the United States, I did not run
Mhm.
into this in other countries like
It's practically the same, and during this era, everywhere was the same
well,
situation.
I noticed the Canadian girls are much better trained, but in America it wasn't like that.
Okay.
A lot of times it was like they would put you up against, some guy and his
Mhm.
barely trained girlfriend who had been in the ring maybe
Mhm.
6 or 8 months.
Okay.
And and I did the same thing when I started. We all did. But
Mhm.
I was so new. I was, only a year or two in. I was not meant to be a veteran yet, leading people. But here I was leading people. Um, some of my matches were okay. Some of them were good. Some of them were really not good. So- but you live, you learn, you try new things. But yeah, right away. Um, I did like working with the guys. I thought it was a great honor to be trusted with the tag belts and to be, fly, be free and try that. And then all of a sudden we moved to this whole men and women
Mhm.
cannot it's too violent.
Yeah.
Men hitting women is
Mhm.
too violent. And it's like,
Yeah.
but it's pro wrestling. Come on, it's pro. But then
Mhm.
nobody wanted to do intergender matches anymore, mixed wrestling matches anymore. So that was that.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Well,
What? Okay, good. When you won the JPW tag team title with Slick Wagner, of course, did it feel like a big moment for intergender wrestling? Sorry, but also a big accomplishment for your wrestling career.
It really did.
mhm.
We worked DRS for that match,
Okay.
and they beat the shit out of me. I remember I got punched in the eye. I lost my contact. We,
Oh
we,
gosh!
Sean, our ref, Sean, he picked up my contact for me. We, it was a very, we went and had an entire program with them. Um, I worked sometimes. Some of the teams they didn't want to drop the belt to a female, so
Mhm.
we worked hard for that.
Yeah, because that is different era, as I said, and during this era, that was very hard for a woman
Mhm.
to work on the same way of a man.
Yeah.
Uh, you probably know her. We have a Canadian wrestler called Lufisto, and
Oh yeah,
she
she was the
worked
same era. Yeah.
so hard about the situation,
Yeah.
and proud of you and this girl to work so hard to
Mhm.
change the way of this wrestling industry, because without that,
Women's
mm,
Revolution.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, it was like myself and Lufisto, cheerleader Melissa, Mercedes
Yeah,
Martinez,
yeah.
um,
Mickey
oh,
James and
Mickey
all the, yeah,
James.
Trish
Yep.
Stratus and all these
Yep.
guys, this girl
Yep.
from the past.
Of course, China, but she got picked up right
Oh
away.
yeah. And if we we going back in the days. I'm talking about Sherry Martel
Oh yeah.
was an important player on that. So after your period on GAPW, I remember you worked for the TNA Wrestling. So what's one of the best moments from your time at TNA Wrestling?
Oh, honestly, the first time I wrestled for them was probably
Okay.
the best moment because
Hmm.
they were so adamant about not having any female wrestlers at all. That was just not what they wanted to do.
Hmm.
And I think the only reason they acquiesced is because Jeff Jarrett knew me. So, and
Okay.
Jerry Jarrett owned it at the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So they were
Mhm.
doing a program with Alan Funk where they put him
Okay.
in a gown,
Hmm.
dressed him up like a woman, and he
Okay.
had a crown, and he was Miss TNA, and he was beating everybody and saying he was Miss TNA. And then they finally brought. I was the first female wrestler in TNA
Oh,
to wrestle. So
wow.
right.
Congratulations.
So
That's cool.
I had the first match on TNA ever in female, in wrestling there. So
Wow. That's a big
so
accomplishment.
yeah, it was kind of it was good. And I guess it worked out well enough that they kept doing it.
Hmm.
So yay.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right. How were you approached to act in the Meat Muppet movie as Jade the Dominatrix in 2012?
That was through my friend Jamie,
Okay.
she was Fury in American Gladiators. So
Oh, okay.
she was
Mhm.
cast, and they were looking for
Okay.
two, and we're about the same size. And she's like,
Okay.
I know. She's like, I know somebody.
Mhm.
We hang when we hang out. It's like one
Okay.
of those situations where they look at one of us and like, oh God, there's two of you. So so she's like, I know somebody who can actually do this other part. So she brought me
Okay.
in to do that part. And then I worked with that same production company, like I think another two times after that. So
Wow.
yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie.
So now we are on our pre-closing segment. So we'll give you some name and tell me something about him, right? So the first
This is
one was.
dangerous.
Oh no, no, no.
Sorry.
I'm trying to let me
We
finish
chose
blank
safe
space.
person. The first one, the late Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, I never met her, but I've never heard anything but good things. So she was
Yeah.
very influential for a lot of women.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The second one, Trish Stratus.
Oh, she's a trailblazer. I definitely met her. I worked with her in fitness, and she's one of the ones in wrestling. Like I saw her backstage. She's one of the ones who told me. She said, "Think twice before you get into this business because it's not what it seems like." So
Yeah, yeah,
and
totally.
that was really sage advice. She was absolutely correct. So she and I thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. So
The third one, Mickey James.
Mick is really, really good. She's a very, very good wrestler. She always was. I remember her as Alexis Lurie. I worked with her
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
on the Indies,
Yes, and
and
during the Glory by Honor 2, that was
yep,
the
At her
last
debut in
match.
wrestling. Yeah.
yep.
Yes, that
And she
was
was also a
her
fellow.
last match. Yeah,
Yeah, she did. She
on
was a
the Indies.
centerfold model as well. So
Mhm,
she and I kind of had the same path. So
mhm.
yeah.
And Mr. Hugh, yeah, the late Hugh Hefner.
I did not meet him.
Oh,
So I know
okay,
I didn't meet him. I just worked some of the conventions, but
okay,
I never went to the mansion. I didn't meet him, So I'm
okay.
not blonde enough.
And the last one,
Excuse me. Excuse me.
April Hunter, yourself.
What I think about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh gosh. Phew. um,
Versatile.
yeah, versatile. A toe
Yeah,
in every
versatile.
ocean. Uh,
Yeah.
trying to stay on top of things, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
also
Awesome.
very grateful. I'm very grateful.
All
So,
right. All right. So, thank you so much for your 25 generous minute. And as usual, finally, my partner, Benoit, aka Nostradamus Ben. It's all about the French prophet, and
Oh,
that's why
okay.
he has his nickname.
I
He
predict the
tried to
future.
yes, he tried to predict the future of our guests.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much, April.
Merci
Was
beaucoup.
oh yeah, bienvenue. It was very good to speak with you. Seriously. Okay, my prediction probably a reunion with Slick Wagner in an eventual indie show.
You think so? I would not see that.
No.
No.
Oh.
There might be money in that though.
Yeah. Or maybe an induction in the
Oh, in the Hall of Fame.
why not?
Indie Wrestling Hall of
Why
Fame, maybe.
not? Why not? She deserved it. Yeah,
I would
she
love.
deserved it.
I did get one Hall of Fame induction back in like 2011.
Okay.
So that was actually pretty cool. That was cool. I was in there with oh gosh, who was in there? It was good. It was Luna Vachon, and
cool.
myself and a few others that were it was good. So I appreciate that.
Everyone, I repeat, but if you want to listen a very good podcast, go to the A Show with Mr. April Hunter.
Mrs. April
Yes,
Hunter.
Mrs. Mr.
Not
Sorry.
Mr.
I'll
Mrs.
answer to any of it. Whatever.
Sorry. Thank you
I'll
so
be gender
much.
fluid. I don't care.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
generous
you.
time.
Thank
It
you,
was
yeah.
awesome. And we wish you all the best. Fuck the rest.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
If people aren't into podcasts, you can also look me up and tell me what you think of the show on
Yes.
patreon.com, April Hunter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And if you want discover interesting stuff, just tap also aprilhunter.com and you can discover all interesting stuff like videos, photo shoot, and you have your link for your Patreon on the website if I remember. So thank you so much. It was an honor. We are very grateful that you take a moment with us.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Step into the ring.